This is Midwinter's Tomb, shooting a quick video because a friend of mine asked me to record how the bypass works. He's been having some trouble with it. So it's classic American bypass. So I've got an American 1100 series. Um, I originally, when I first was doing it, I was having an issue where I felt like when I put the bypass driver in, that I put it in, and then it just felt like, oh no, I'm putting in way too much force. And it turns out really I just had to press a little harder, and it would pretty much open. Um, and I've had then, after realizing that, success with a bunch of different locks, but I still kept having problems with this one specifically after I first bought it. So, in case you're running into similar problems, basically buy the new lock, unlock with a key, pick the lock, whatever, take the wafer out of the back, because if the wafer's there, short of using a wafer breaker, you're not going to be able to bypass it. So when I first got this, I put in, and I could just press to the point that this was starting to bend, and I'm like, I'm gonna snap off this bypass driver in here. What's going on? And then it occurred to me maybe there's a little bit of flashing or something in the back of the lock that's causing it to hang up. So what I found that worked was, well, first off, let's make sure you're, for those doing first time, you're lined up correctly. So if this will focus, come on. Come on. There we go. A little bit, sort of. There we go. Close enough. So you want to make sure that you have your pins towards the top. And then you want to take your bypass driver, make sure the flag's pointing down. Otherwise, it's not going to fix with the wrong direction. So then I put it in. I just got a bump hammer. Held the lock in one hand, and I put a bit of clockwise tension on the bypass driver, and then just give it a couple whacks, and you'll feel it slip in. Now it's actually turned, and at that point, you just turn it the rest of the way by hand, and lock's open. After I did that, I've had no issues now getting it open by hand, which what leads me to think that's possibly a flashing issue in the back of the lock. And that just fixed it. Now it works great. So, it's put it in, shove it to the back, give it a little bit of wiggling. It'll feel almost like slipping into cold butter, and then you keep turning, and it's open. So that's it. Hopefully that helps somebody if they keep struggling with this and they can't figure out why. Just get a cheap bump hammer or a rubber mallet, something that you can just give it a couple whacks with, end of a screwdriver, something, and see if that helps pop it in for you while you're applying that clockwise tension. Just whack, drops it. Give it a couple whacks, and there you go. And then rest of the way, slipped out. Give it a couple whacks. There we go. Turned and open. So that's basically it. Hope it helps. So it's Midwinter's Tomb. Stay safe, stay cool, stay grounded. Thanks.